In this video, we're taking a closer look at how our website plugin works. Let's start by creating a new playlist. We can call it Website Plugin. Let's open the playlist. The website plugin is found at the top menu. The website plugin is not locked by an aspect ratio, so we can resize and move it around to fit our content. In the sidebar, we find all the settings for the plugin. In the top, we have tools that make it easier to align the plugin in your slide. The plugin offers two ways of displaying content. Website can be used when we're running a specific URL or a HTML-based widget. We're going to talk more about that in a moment. HTML code is also used for HTML-based widgets, and for those who have their own HTML code they'd like to run on their screens. In this first example, we're going to run content from a website found at visiontech.com. Simply copy the website URL and then paste it into the website URL box. If we preview the playlist, we see the same content as we'd find on visiontech.com. Please note that not all websites allow you to use their content in the website plugin. If that's the case, a pop-up will appear in the top right corner. Let's go back to the editor. As mentioned earlier, we can also use this for widgets, and if you check out our support page for the website plugin, you'll find several links to websites that provide widgets. In this example, we'll be using ScreenFeed, who is one of the market leaders for media RSS and web-based widgets, like the one we're going to use here. ScreenFeed has hundreds of different feeds that we can use for content in our digital signage. In this example, we'll pick the company stocks feed. We are choosing HTML for this feed. We are choosing a layout that fits our screen, then a style, a type of content, language, a duration per item, then a name, and then we can hit Create Feed. When we've created the feed, we're going to copy the URL, go back to the editor, and then paste the URL in the website URL box. Let's hit Preview and see how that looks. So that took up the whole area of the slide, but if we only want the widget as a footer, we can easily resize the plugin and the content will resize accordingly. Before we check out the next example, let's go through the different options we have in the sidebar. Preload website means the content will start loading before the slide comes on. The general purpose of this is making sure content is readily available when needed. Enable scrolling is mostly for touch applications, where we have users who interact with the screen. Force cache bursting lets the plugin empty the cache whenever needed. This is specifically designed to help with content that changes frequently. Refresh periodically means the plugin automatically checks for new content. Please note that if this is turned off and the slide duration is set high, new content may take a while to appear. The zoom feature lets us zoom whatever content we are running in the plugin. For example, if the content appears smaller than expected, we should adjust the zoom level. Add script is almost a chapter for itself. Adding a script means adding your own custom JavaScript with the purpose of one or more actions. Actions could be automatic scrolling to a specific section on a website, getting rid of pop-ups, or even automatically logging into websites like Salesforce. The support page for the website plugin provides more information, as well as some useful examples that even the untrained user would be able to work with. Not all media players or smart TVs support this feature, so make sure to check the support page. The second part of this tutorial is about adding HTML widgets. As we mentioned earlier, there are different ways that content providers create their widgets, and it doesn't matter if they call it widgets, feeds, or something else. ScreenFeed will create a URL for their feeds, just like we saw in the first part, and others may create theirs in HTML. In this example, we are using a content provider called ElfSite. ElfSite does not use the term feeds, instead they call them widgets. ElfSite has tons of different widgets. We can add anything from a simple countdown to a more advanced all-in-one review widget that display reviews from both Google, Facebook, Amazon, and Yelp at the same time. In this example, we're trying out the pop-up widget. On the left side, we need to pick a template and then hit Continue. Next step, we can change the way that the pop-up looks and acts. When we've set up the pop-up, we can hit Publish. Then close. Let's find the code we need. Then we can jump back in the editor. Open up HTML code and paste the code we just grabbed from Elf site. And this is how our pop-up will look on our screens. We can easily resize the widget and make room for more content on our slide. Let's pick this MP4 video. Maximize it and move it to the background. Before we preview it again, let's make smaller changes to the content. Please note that anytime we make changes in Elf site or whatever provider we're using, all changes will automatically update on all of our screens. Please note, anytime we make changes in Elf site or whatever provider we're using, all changes will automatically update on all of our screens. Now that we have made our changes, let's go preview. Thanks for watching.